So, do we play Crash or do I throw Jackbox on for a few hours or for an hour?
Um, I would be down for Jackbox, certainly. Uh, Dancing Duck, would you be down to play some Jackbox?
My decision will be based on that. It would probably just be the three of us for the most part. All right, that's fine. Not a problem.
I find Jackbox to be fun when there's like at least 5 or 6 people, to be very honest.
Like last night when I had 8 people.
Exactly, exactly.
Like
So
playing
that,
full lobbies was weird.
yeah, yeah, that is my long term plan. Is is to like corral people over here,
Makes sense.
using the system to our advantage. So yeah,
Hey, if I could get a bunch of raids in one night, I mean, it would make me look good in the long run as well. So I like
yeah.
I said, I appreciate you doing that.
I only mentioned this is it's going to be more than just one night of Jackbox. Certainly, that is the goal. I think considering everyone's schedules, I would love to spend all of because you basically stream every single night, which is actually really advantageous for you for this thing that I'm doing, and so I could definitely see myself raiding to your stream throughout that week of August. The big one will be Thursday.
Yeah, August 4th, you said.
That's what I'm hoping. Yes, that's what I'm aiming for. Seems like Thursday is a very popular day to stream.
I mean, I'm just streaming every night because I want to play games. I want to get through my backlog.
Exactly. And something that I've been noticing in many people's streams is people love, well, I mean, viewers love participation in some manner or form, just like the gambling thing. That is actually that can get a lot of people interested in not rating, sorry, in watching your stream. I would, in your case, I would not recommend gambling unless you remove the what you would call it, the $50,000 for
A gift sub?
50,000. What is? Yes, because you don't want someone to gamble their way for you to lose money because it's coming out of your pocket. You know.
Yeah, I understand.
It also depends
Ooh.
on yeah, yeah.
I mean, I could raise it to 100,000.
You could if you want to do both. I've from all the streamers I've seen people go as high as um 80,000, 100,000. Not many people. Like I'm saying, it's an exclusive few people who do have. I'm so brain dead tonight. Um,
Gift sub.
Gift sub, yes, thank you. There's so few people that have gift sub as an option under their rewards.
I
Most of
think
the
I
time I see, yeah, please go ahead.
I think it's like the small streamers like me who just like want to give something like that away. If because I mean, if you give them a sub and they like the emotes and they want to support you in the future, they'll do it. They'll do it themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, the most common rewards I see that you have in common is guide the raid. Um,
Do I still have that active?
you do for 1,500. Oh yeah. Oh, so guide the raid, hydrate. I've seen stretch.
Yep.
People who have animals or pets, they have like, see me. Oh, do you want to see my cat? You want to see my dog? Have to sing a song. Give like a TED talk on a certain topic. Like randomly play a game, like a community game. It could be like marbles or whatever.
Yep.
People like to get involved in whatever way or form.
So
Yeah. So
if
yeah.
if I if I ever get big enough, which I mean it's gonna be a while. I am very well aware it's gonna be a while. But there is another thing I would love to set up eventually, but it would make more sense if more people were here, and there's this thing called Stream Loots, which I don't know if you've ever seen it on anyone's channel. I know Tragic has it, Jacob has it. They're card decks, and they basically are these little card decks that you can buy on Stream Loots, and they're basically like channel point redemptions, where they're just these goofy things that you can make the streamer do, or you can set off alerts, or all sorts of wacky stuff. So I would love to do that eventually. And
I think. No, I'm sorry. Keep interrupting. Go on.
no, go ahead.
I think I've seen one streamer. She's done it, and it's to the point of. Correct me if I'm wrong. If my explanation is not that accurate to what you're explaining, it's something like, oh, I have they cashed 20,000 points for the card to buy a pack of these cards, and the card says, I want to redeem you to sing a song, and then another player can be like, no, I don't want to hear that song. They can, reverse Uno card you.
Sort of, kinda, yeah.
And things like sort of, kinda. Okay. I've only seen one streamer do that. And like I mentioned the other night when I was gambling, I know you explained the gambling bit when we were playing Pokemon, and I still refused not to just because I didn't want to lose anything, even if it was just like $1 or a point.
And yet you'd gamble them on someone else's channel. I see how this is.
Exactly, because I have a lot on this channel. I didn't have any in that one. I didn't care about that one. I care about this one.
You were saying about the predictions. Like, was there something you wanted to know?
Predictions?
The gambling. They're called predictions.
Oh, they're called predictions. Was there something I want to know about predictions? No, nothing in particular. No,
Okay.
not that I can think of. Is there anything that I'm missing when it comes to those cards that you were talking about earlier? My one-time experience.
Well, like I said, they do random things. So, like, take for example, I know Jacob's decks really well because I've bought his decks like a bunch. So in his like normal deck, he has things like they're $3.99 a pack, and you get 3 cards, and they're things like you're doing great, Jacob, or since he's self-deprecating, he has a card that's you fucking suck. And you can just play them, and they appear on your stream, and they do things like that. Or they have one that's he has one in his main deck that's the Re-Dead Scream from Wind Waker, which is one of his classic alerts that he has. And it plays, and obviously he gets scared if it goes off. So, God, what else does he have in that deck? I always forget. I'm trying to think of things that are like really random.
When you say $3.99, do you mean channel points or dollars?
Dollars. That's why I said if I got bigger, I would do it.
Oh, F that. No, I'm not spending money on you. I like you, but no.
But like I said, if I got bigger and people wanted more participation and were willing to spend the money to do so, like, I would do this. But like, yeah, he has a hydrate card in his deck. So since he does on his stream, the incentive thing I have for Persona is lifted straight from his stream. He has incentives. but his incentive sheet is like ridiculously organized. Any bits, subs, and donos for his channel you can put towards any game on that list. So at any given point, he usually has like 12 options going, and whenever something gets locked in on that sheet, he plays it. So basically, when you're donating to him, you're donating to, say, hey, I want you to play this game. So
Okay.
he has cards in his deck that are like 10% off, 10% extra for your next donation. So, if you hit his alert for $50 and you put a $10 10% extra, you actually get an extra $5 added to his incentive sheet. So this works for him because obviously that the way he's organized, but like and he has one that's ASMR time for 60 seconds. He has a blindfolded one in here. You can tick off the highest alert in his alert sheet because his alert sheet is crazy. He has 300 different alerts.
Oh.
Yeah, because what he does is he has an alert sheet, and if people set off every alert in a cycle, he actually adds 5 new alerts to his stream.
Oh damn.
And then it becomes
That's happened how many times?
exactly.
Yeah.
He's up to 300, so I mean it's happened quite a bit. And they range from $3 to $100.
An alert can be $100?
An alert can be as high as you want it to go.
Has anyone ever spent that $100 as far as you know?
Oh yeah, it goes off all the time.
Wow.
He also has an alert for $170.76.
Why that number?
I haven't asked him, but it's a number that's appeared in his stream a bunch. I've been meaning to ask him, and I probably should at some point. And I'm friendly enough with him that if I asked him, he'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, it's because this random fucking bill I got one time at a restaurant." I don't know.
That could be the case. I was meant to, when it comes to because I know. You know what? I'll just remind me about streaming. I'll discuss this off the air, off the stream. I don't want to mention it on screen.
Is it like what? Is it bad?
No. It's not bad.
Is it like monetizing and all that?
Yes, it has to do with the streaming business. Let's just say that. Streaming, maybe business is not the right word. It's just something I don't want on air.
Fair. How about
Yeah. Don't worry, nothing too. I don't want you to be paranoid or overthink about it. It's just like from.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You're not live on stream anymore, so you can say it. Community. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. Okay. I mean, I could talk about that on stream. I don't care. Yeah, the way I found Jacob was hilarious because I was listening to Disc Only, which is a podcast that the Runaways guys do on Proton John's channel, which is a joke. Which was a joke. It started out as a joke and then it turned into a real thing. So you know the Game Boy player on the GameCube?
Yeah, I wish that they continued that line, but yeah, continue.
Well, in order to run a game on the Game Boy player, you needed to have a disc, right? You needed the startup disc. Well, if you run the startup disc without any game in the Game Boy player, it just loads and just sits on that screen for like ever. Well, for charity on the Runaway guys, people donated to have Proton John stream just the disc only disc, and it basically turned into 30 minutes of just them talking.
Huh.
And by the end of it, they're like, we should do a podcast. And then they named it the Disc Only Podcast for that reason. So they had their like first or second episode, and they were talking about affiliates on Twitch, and one of the guys who's part of the crew is the 8-Bit Drummer, which I don't know if you know who he is.
You've mentioned him before, yeah.
Yeah, well, so he was like, yeah, affiliates. I know a guy. His name's Secret Agent Jacob. He's you know, still an affiliate, but he makes like bank because of his alert system, and like he has this process that he has that's being successful for him. So obviously, since Jared was like, hey, this guy, a bunch of us like basically raided Jacob's channel that night to check him out, and I was one of them. And I went over and I was checking him out, and he was hilarious. Like, I'm like, this would be someone I would want to watch all the time. So I just basically started watching his channel all the time.
Nice.
And it was July 7th, 2020, which July 7th is his birthday, which I found out, you know, after the fact. So I'll never forget the guy's birthday. And yeah, since I've been there, and I've, you know, like I said, supported him and stuff. Like, I've basically, you know, ingrained myself in his community, and I trust all those people. Like, we get on voice chats all the time, and we shoot the shit, and it's great.
Good to hear. Glad to hear that.
But apparently,
sometimes it's hard to find even a community of any type of people. Just
yeah.
The shit. What the fuck is up with this fucking bee? Sorry to go back to the game. like, leave me the fuck alone.
Is this behaving? Oh no, this is digging it. There's a level in this game called behaving.
And there are a bunch of those fuckers?
Yes, and that level sucks. Oh. And this part sucks when I have to go through all these nitro crates. But yeah, the bee chases you, and you have to like keep moving, and you have to get to a certain point to get rid of it. Oh, I only have 77 lives. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. I think I remember this part sucking a lot. Because this is a hard path that I'm going down, and then I have to go back. Oh, fuck. I didn't see the beehive. And now I have to go back up this path because, fuck. No, I don't want to do that. Because it probably boxes up this path. And then there's spots like this where you can dig underground and fuck.
How often does that mechanic get used in the game to dig underground?
This level and the other B level.
That's it?
Yep.
On.
Okay, there's something else back there. Alright. I think I'm gonna try and go backwards. It's gonna end poorly, but we're gonna try it. Because we're gonna, yep. I love how I'm down the pit right now, and when the bee stings you, you actually swell up.
If you've been stung, I haven't noticed. Swelling, I mean.
I have, but every time I get stung, I'm down a pit, and you can't see it. Legit happens every time. I'm trying to go backwards through the hard path because I don't want to go backwards through the other path.
Understood, yeah.
If I can help it.
I thought the platforms with the skull and crossbones meant like, oh, you've never died. That's why this is accessible to you.
Yeah, so you have to reach it before dying in the level. Once you activate it, you can go up and down and all. Oh, you know what? Fuck.
Okay. It was like, oh, this is your one and only chance, so don't F up.
Basically. There's one more beat. Where is it? There he is. Ah! There's a swelling. You'll see in a second. It's so exaggerated in this version.
Yep, there it is, swelled up.
Yeah, it's huge. And his head. There we go.
I am thankful, seriously, knock on wood, thankful that I don't have such a high. I'm not allergic to bees or anything like that. Like, I'm not allergic to tree nuts or gluten or anything like that.
Same.
Just because, like, it's not my personality, but I love food. I don't want restrictions. I don't want to go on a hike in the woods and be afraid of being stung by a hornet. That could end my life. I've seen the movie My Girl. It does not end well.
I have never seen that movie.
It's okay for a little kids movie. It's sad. It was Mufasa dying sad. So get some tissues.
That isn't the one with Macaulay Culkin, is it?
It is. I don't know if he did My Girl before or after. I think no, it had to be after Home Alone.
Yeah, I think Home Alone was his first.
Oh.
Whee! Oh God.
Hold on, I gotta look up the name. A Macaulay Culkin movie.
I'm so glad I didn't take that. Did you know Macaulay Culkin is a huge wrestling fan?
I did not know that. Like, does he see games? Does he matches like every time they're in town, or like how did you know that he was a big wrestling fan?
He's gone to wrestling shows and been a part of shows before. Unless I'm Mandela affecting myself, and that's not true, but that's what I thought it was. Yep, he has been. He's running interference in a bunch of like indie matches.
Okay, have you ever seen a movie called, or heard of a movie called The Good Son?
I feel like I have. I have 69 lives. Nice.
Yeah, it's a 1993 movie starring Macaulay Culkin and a young Elijah Wood. Macaulay Culkin. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, and huge spoilers. Considering it is a thriller horror movie, Macaulay Culkin, he basically wants to replace his next door neighbor's son. Like, he wants to be the new son because he loves the parents way too much.
Okay. I think I've heard about it.
Okay. And then just a few years later, in 2009, there's a movie called The Orphan. And it has basically the exact same premise, but the only difference is there isn't a secondary daughter. There's just an orphan girl and how she's trying to sabotage their life. I'm like, okay, Hollywood, I've seen both movies. I see what you're doing. You could just leave well enough alone and just keep Macaulay Culkin with his horror movie. He did an okay job. He was really, really creepy. Because I did not watch the movie in 2003. I was too young at the time. But when I finally saw Macaulay Culkin's movie, The Good Son, I'm like, yeah, he's giving me a different light on the topic of Home Alone. But I've only seen The Good Son once, and I've seen Home Alone dozens of times throughout the years.
Oh my
nothing.
god! So me and my daughter watched it during Christmas. We watched both Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Also, this is Cold Heart Crash, one of the worst levels in the game. And I forgot that Donald Trump was in Home Alone 2.
So briefly, but yeah. I believe that in Canada, like, whenever the Home Alone 2 airs on television, they've just cut out that scene.
I believe it.
I believe it, and also B, I'm like, it's not gonna hurt my psyche.
Yeah, it's a funny piece
Yeah.
of like history. Like, oh, hey, look. I mean, I have funnier history about Donald Trump. I'm a wrestling fan. He took part in WrestleMania one year.
I think I've seen some internet memes about that.
He took a Stone Cold Stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was wonderful. He sold it like shit, but he still took one. He made Vince McMahon's Stunner look like a masterpiece. Speaking of Vince McMahon,
is he still around?
yeah, like alive or around?
Both.
Not for long.
Wait, what? Is he being replaced? Does he have a terminal illness? You got to give me a little bit more than that. I'm not in the wrestling world as deep as you.
So he is still with WWE. It's called WWE now.
Yeah.
Because like early 2000s, the World Wildlife Fund was like basically like we can't have the same acronym because people think we're a wrestling company.
Wrestling pandas, yay!
There
should be at least one. There should be at least one wrestling panda. Just a guy in a panda suit. Or in a panda wrestling mask.
You joke, but there is a T-shirt of a panda wielding a steel chair.
Oh, I'm sure someone has already created that. I'm not the most original guy to think of that idea.
But yeah, so yeah, he's still around. He basically is the chairman of the board of WWE, and he's also he's like the creative director for the show. And a lot of people hate him for it because he's old and out of touch. But recently a story came. Recently a story came out.
I'm gonna shut up. Continue.
A story came out that I guess he sexually harassed a bunch of female employees in his company and paid them hush money. So it started with one, and he stepped down as the chairman of the board because of it, and it's turned into 14 at this point. So it is very likely that he could be out soon, as everything in that company.
I see. Who do you see as a potential replacement? Because it still has to be, someone that can give off that kind of evil presence. I guess, just because he's that's his character.
So, how much do you know about wrestling?
Very little. Ouch, he got squished.
I did. I got squished again. So do you know his family? Do you know, like, Stephanie McMahon? Was that a yes?
Yes.
So when he was ousted as chairman for this investigation, she took over. And it's very possible she might take over. But his son-in-law is a former wrestler, Triple H.
I'm familiar with him. Yeah.
So he would actually be a very good like creative person because he's actually done it down in their like developmental for many years, and that was like very popular. And he was the main like creative down there. So it's very possible that his daughter could take over as like the executive, and he could take over as like creative. So there is a possibility that it would be fine, but it's just like how much reputation is going to be tarnished because of this story.
I feel like, oh yeah, people have short-term memories. I'm not saying that Vince McMahon is going to keep his position. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just thinking that if he is going to get replaced, it's soon going to be forgotten. Because as long as, his replacements do a good job, no one's, let's say, air quotes, no one is going to mention it again for a little while.
Yeah.
At least going to be that concern.
It's just, it sucks because that company has been going downhill for a while. I haven't watched in a while. I watch here and there, and like their shows and their stories are just absolute fucking garbage, and it's not that great anymore.
Oh, that sucks. See some things get worse.
Yeah. Luckily, there's more competition now than there was even back in the day when like WCW was a thing.
Yeah. What other competition is there? I'm completely blind, so tell me.
So there's a company called AEW, which is called All Elite Wrestling.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I can't get past this fucking part. And they're run by a bunch of like hardcore wrestling fans that wanted to start a company and compete with WWE, and they did. There's a company in Japan called New Japan Pro Wrestling, which has been around for many years, but it hasn't been really taken seriously until.
Sorry, what's that Japanese wrestling called?
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
And they got taken seriously in the last like few years, mostly because of like how the internet just exploded everything. And a bunch of like indie promotions.
Okay.
Also, the NWA, which was the like big company back in the fuck. I'll come back for it later. The NWA, which is the National Wrestling Alliance, was like one of the big ones back in the day. That's become popular again, mostly because it's run by Billy Corgan, who you know from a band called Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because Billy Corgan, huge wrestling fan as well. And a lot of like indie promotions like take advantage of like WrestleMania weekends and stuff, and will run shows. And there's actually an independent wrestling community, a promotion around here that is really big, that produces a lot of like stars for like WWE and that.
I feel like you should be playing a wrestling game while you're talking about this.
I have wrestling games.
Be more apropos.
I have WWE 2K22.
I believe that.
Fuck. This level sucks.
I don't know if you're gonna consider this ridiculous or whatever, but guess how many Bender Bucks points I have now?
120,000.
250.
250?
250.
Damn.
Damn. I just like collecting vendor bucks once. Ridiculous. I'm doing nothing with it. I just like collecting.
I think my
No.
favorite.
Hey, I'm your number one viewer.
You
I
are.
think. Okay.
You've been consistently here like all the time, and I appreciate that. These are gonna be nitros, aren't they? Yep. Ah,
Because say one little plan of attack that I should really mention to you before I actually do it. Okay, so hold on. I'm just dumb. Where is it? Okay, so the gift sub for 50,000. What I'm thinking is, on August 4th, if you have many people on your channel, I might spend the 250 for 5 gift subs that you can give out to new viewers.
if you want to do that,
Do you have a problem with that?
no, I think I can spare that money.
Okay.
Half of it will go in my pocket if I ever get paid out again from Twitch.
That's why I want to bring it up with you first.
What is in my account at the moment, actually?
Free to say no. It's just an idea. I may do it. I may not. I'm just thinking, what is another reason to keep people to come back to see Airbender again and again? Because I've sometimes gotten a free sub for someone else's stream. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was there like 4 days ago. Yeah, I should probably go back to see. Oh, and they are online. I should go see what's happening right now. I'm curious, and whatever they're playing.
I'm still debating if late night or midday would be a better time slot to be online.
I think 10 p.m. is too late, to be honest.
I mean, I agree.
And at least I'm just judging from Jackbox as my only one real Jackbox and Mario Kart as my 2 examples. I noticed like around 2 p.m. There's just a lot of Eastern European. Nothing bad against the Eastern European. Nothing bad against them. I'm just saying, I'm sure you would like people coming to your stream who know English, who speak English, who can thoroughly enjoy your streaming. That's all what I mean by that.
No, I know, I gotcha.
In most of them are Jackbox players, so I'm like, if they know English, that's great. You can just have more people from around the world. And I've seen people from Australia. I've seen people just from throughout the entire world. But let's say I stopped this is just common sense that just took way too long. I stopped searching for new people, let's say around 8 p.m. Oh, no, I'm sorry, around 10 p.m. or later, because anyone that's starting their stream around 10 p.m. or later, their stream probably after you are done. So I'm not looking for people so you can stream, so you can raid them. I'm looking the opposite. I'm looking for people that are streaming before you do around 6 p.m. that potentially could end their stream when you start. So yeah, I have a few afternoon people. I have a few, very few, let's say. When I say afternoon, I mean 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I have some people ready and willing. No, not ready and willing. They don't know about it, but ready to raid and send your way. I hope my idea becomes a great success. I hope. Well, I would love, and I would be like, this is well worth it, if after August 4th, let's say by September 4th, I'm just making up a month and a number, by September 4th, you have, let's say, 15 regular people going to your stream. No matter what game you're playing, they're just regular people watching you. And I'd be happy to see that.
That would be nice.
And if it doesn't pan out, oh well.
We
I
tried.
still won't see it as a... No, we tried. We tried, and that's all we can really do and say.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll probably catch up to it. I just saw you exploiting some... Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Now I saw it. Yeah, why did you... Not you, I'm not blaming you, I'm blaming the game. Why did it go up off from the side, from, you know...
Usually the Z-axis is locked at that point in the level. So, what the fuck, game? Beep. Wow, the Z-axis is like fucking me tonight. At least buy me dinner, game. Yeah, I'm not doing the box jump for Cold Hard Crash tonight because I don't really want to.
Sorry, what's Cold Hard Crash?
It's the ice level I was just doing before this one. It has so it's a pain in the ass. It is like one of the notorious crash levels, and I fell into its trap immediately. So there's a hard path, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the hard path is a gem. There's also a switch, like a exclamation point crate that fills in one box, and it's at the beginning of the hard path. Which means you have to go all the way back through the hard path to get that one box. And you have to do going through the hard path and going back through the hard path without dying, because there's no checkpoint. So that's pain in the ass number one. Pain in the ass number two is the exclamation point at the end of the hard path is exactly what happened to me, is on a slippery path. So if you're going too fast and don't recognize it, you drop down and grab the gem, and you can't go back through the hard path, so you can't get all the boxes that are on the rest of the level.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Yeah, so you have it is notorious for many levels, and I do not have the mental capacity to deal with it tonight. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I thought for sure I exploded myself there.
I did too.
And then this level had a gem path, and I had to go down that gem path, and then I grabbed the gem, and now I'm going back through the rest of the level. And I was gonna say, I really hope there's like a nitro crate. Oh, fuck you, game.
You need 6, damn it.
Okay, that's what I was expecting when I did last time.
Yep.
There we go. These little pillar things are so horrible. Well, I mean, so we're gonna play Omari, because, you know, it was chosen, right, in mod chat. The reason I had considered Fire Emblem is because of the Fire Emblem that had just come out, and I was thinking algorithm-wise.
Oh, right.
But Omari just came out on everything, so it works out.
Cool. Which Fire Emblem game were you gonna play? The Three Houses or the Warriors one?
Three Houses.
Okay.
I wanted to play an actual Fire Emblem game before I played a Warriors game of it.
Oh, okay.
But I
I
have...
love Fire Emblem. It's just, it can be nerve-wracking at times.
I've heard the permadeath and such.
Have you never played a Fire Emblem game?
Three Houses will be my first.
Okay, okay. Yeah. You will have fun. And I've heard good things. I've watched some playthroughs of Three Houses. They've, how do I explain this? No spoilers, absolutely zero spoilers coming out of my mouth. They have implemented the, like, school system, something that they've not done in previous games, in previous Fire Emblem games. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is interesting. I wonder if this is just a one-time deal, or if this is something that they want to continue on for the rest of the series. But, again, no spoilers. From what I've seen, it's interesting, but also monotonous at the same time. You can breeze right through the monotony. It all depends on how you want to play it. Do you want to be like a micromanager and being like, no, I want to teach my students and, you know, give them the lessons I want to teach them? Or you can be like, you know what, just fast forward through these lessons. I don't care how they learn it. They'll just learn it. Either they pass or they fail. So you can sort of be your own teacher.
Oh, good. I get to be a teacher.
Well, however way you want it. You get to be a teacher for these students of different houses. Yes. It's a little, in that aspect, it a little bit reminded me of Hogwarts, but believe me, it's nothing like Harry Potter.
I've heard the comparisons to Hogwarts. So I mean, it's not the first time. So I mentioned earlier on in the game, I don't know if you remember this, that there is a color gem in this game that is fucking evil.
Yes.
Well,
I've mentioned that, yeah.
We're at that part. I'm pretty sure you can see it at this point. Do you see this stack of nitro crates that are just sitting here? Well, you know how the game...
You have to hit it. I'm going to stop interrupting. I'm going to let you speak.
It's fine. So you know how the game has been telling you the entire game not to touch them because they explode if you touch them?
Mm-hmm.
So you spend the entire game not touching them. Well, they're like, well, we're going to trick you, and we're going to put this stack here so you can jump up them and leave the level.
Trolls.
Oh, fuck.
They should have done something like, oh, green box. You know, just automatically you think these are horrible. If I was the game designer, just to give, you know, the fans a little bit of a trick, instead of calling it Nitro, I would have been calling it Notri or something like that. Just change the lettering on the box. If anyone is paying attention, it's like, oh, Notri. That's not Nitro. I can touch this.
Well, the thing that gives it away is that they're not bubbling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why they do it that way. There is a hint to that. These aren't like the other ones you've seen so far.
Oh, right. Good goody.
So it brings it brings you to it brings you to a secret path like we've had before. I got shot in the face. I don't know if there's any other boxes down there. I have to go check. Get away! Is there a checkpoint nearby that I can go do? So I don't have to keep doing this part over and over again? Yeah, fuck it, whatever. But this level gives you the purple gem. And now to really throw you off, they throw real nitro crates in the nitro crate path. I love that death. That one's good. I will get through this path eventually. What the fuck? Marco, you know the angry video game nerd, right?
I'm back.
You know the angry video game nerd, right?
Of course I do, yes.
Did you also know that Macaulay Culkin was on an episode of his?
He was, and he was dressed up as a pizza delivery guy. I absolutely loved it. That was a few years ago, but all the same, I still loved the performance.
I also, he also got Gilbert Gottfried on there at one point.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what he was as.
A safari guy named Fred Fucks.
Yeah.
And then you got the Pepsi Man guy.
You might have to remind me, who is the Pepsi Man guy?
Have you ever seen the game Pepsi Man?
Yes.
The guy who's in the cutscenes drinking all the Pepsi.
Oh, okay. I that's such a niche. Niche? Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's such a niche reference. Not many people would get that reference just by looking at him.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna put myself on mute for like a minute or two. I'm just... Hold on, where is this thing?
That's okay, I'm gonna try and beat this nitro path without losing my fucking mind. Apparently I didn't have the mental capacity to do this path either. Fuck. You know, as soon as I jumped, I knew I fucked up. It was at this moment he knew he fucked up. God damn it. This is gonna suck. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, is that where the bonus path is? What? I don't get it. Oh, I see where it brought us. Fuck! I do recall. I do recall this level sucking for the time trial as well.
All right, I'm back. I had to do something that was going to be very noisy. I didn't want you to hear a bit of it.
Oh, it's fine. Not gonna lie, my legs and feet are very cold at the moment.
Really? I say really just because, let's say, I'll just ask this question. Would you rather be cold or hot?
Cold.
Okay. Because I haven't checked the weather in, a little bit, let's say weather.com or whatever. It's supposed to get pretty warm this week.
It is.
So appreciate that cold all you can.
Well, it is cold because I do have my AC ring still.
Oh, okay.
I pretty much run my AC pretty much all day at this point.
I could never be a streamer for one reason, actually 2 reasons, 3 reasons.
4 reasons.
One, the 3 main reasons are mouth of a sailor. I'm not Mr. I'm not. I just swear a lot. Number two, I'm not politically correct 24/7 365. And number three, I don't think I have enough interesting things to say to fill up the gaps. I would appreciate more people to talk to as I stream.
Yeah,
Certainly.
same. Like, I'm in that catch-22 of like, if there were people here like chatting in the chat room, and I would totally like be talking back to them. Like,
Hmm.
but since there's never anyone here, like I barely have anyone to talk to. You're the only one who's usually here all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope to change that. And ways
Oh fuck!
we change that.
I can only hope. I mean, I've been getting a lot of notice on Twitter. I get people liking my tweets all the time. Not
Good.
just the graphic artists. I've been like, tweeting a lot too, and I should probably go on Reddit. I'm on Reddit, but for other reasons recently.
When it comes to when I say this, I'm talking about every which way of people that want to market themselves. You could be a Twitch streamer. You could have your own Instagram. You could have your own YouTube channel. You can have anything. Yeah, like the rubbing elbows, and just sweet talking people, and just trying to talk to the right person at the right time to bend their ear, to hopefully that you can help them and they can help you. It's a tough practice.
It's a delicate balance.
It's a lot of time. It's a delicate balance, yes. It's like one part ask history, another part being friendly, and it's just something I can't. Let's say reason number 4. What I can't do. I'm just way too honest, and my honesty is also assholery. I just can't keep my mouth shut all the time.
I mean,
I can say a little white lie to hold someone's feelings, but that's basically it. I'd rather just speak my truth. I'm not Mr. Chaotic and just trying to hurt your feelings or anyone's feelings. I just sometimes I'm like, I know I cannot keep this lie going, and I can't remember this lie, so I'd rather just speak the truth, because the truth is easier to remember.
Yep.
No, I'm an asshole at times.
I don't know. I think one of the things you need to learn to do streaming or like podcasting or anything is the ability to not be able to shut up.
I don't even know how radio hosts, radio DJs, how they do it. With new guests, they could get a new guest every single day, and yes, there are some fluff pieces or some very basic questions that they ask most of their guests, but I just feel like entertaining people, even in your own home, entertaining for dinner, exhausting for me. I'm a better guest than a host.
Same. I hated hosting parties when I was part of the church and stuff.
Was it kind of mandatory, or was it just your wife at the time that she was more sociable?
Wife.
Okay.
But
It's kind of understandable, just because usually, and being a little bit sexist / stereotypical, usually women are more sociable than guys. At least from my perspective.
Fuck!
There are lonely women out there and lonely men. There's always everyone of every spectrum. Just saying. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like women have a better. What's the term that they like to use?
Emotional intelligence.
That's not what they do have that, but there is something else. They have more of a social, oh, more of a social net, social supportive net around themselves compared to men. And there's actually actually, hold on. I'm just gonna DM you one question. Just because I don't want to say it on air on stream.
God damn it. Not yet. Up.
Not yet. Okay, so not yet. I'm not. Then I won't. I will just DM a really interesting video I saw today. He's a YouTuber that I really do enjoy watching. I agree with, let's say, I agree with her 90% of the time. No one's perfect. Anyways, one of her most recent videos was talking about
Oh, you got
differences
fucking
between.
kidding me. Sorry.
It's okay. It was just talking about the differences between men and women. That's all I will say. I'll send you the link later. But it was a really interesting discussion about certain people's perspectives. I was like, oh, it is really interesting. I really like. Oh wait, did you just die and win at the same time?
Yeah, that's why I yelled fuck.
Fuck.
I've done that before. I've done it to Tiny Tiger in the same game. It is really annoying. Fuck. God, this fucking boss fight. Fucking open your arm! Thank you. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is your problem? Get down. Oh yeah, I was gonna pop over in the crumble cookie menu too. Hold on a second.
Today is Sunday. Crumble cookie time. It's crumble cookie time. He disappeared.
I disappeared. And now I'm back. Oh fuck, I just got blown up. This is great. This is going wonderful. Thanks, game, for the pity mask. Appreciate it. I wouldn't have needed it if I didn't fucking fall down like an idiot. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna open the crumble cookie menu, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna diet. I probably shouldn't, and it's still open in my browser right now. We should look at it.
I would enjoy that, yes.
Yes, let's enjoy it. Yes.
Okay, again, no spoilers. Have you watched Better Call Saul?
I have never seen Breaking Bad.
Okay. Okay.
I know some of the memes, I know some of the jokes because of Epic Rap Battles of History, but I don't I don't know that series all that well.
Okay. Okay. I was only mentioning that the series just because Netflix has season 5. I finally had the time to sit down and watch it, and season 6 is currently being aired. It's the sixth and final season of Better Call Saul, and sadly, they aren't going to finish airing until the middle of August. So I'm just going to be Mr. Patient again and watch it, illegally through someone's website, pirating it, streaming it. But I
Gotcha.
was just curious if you have watched it. But we'll continue talking about that in a second. Let's go back to the cookies. So
Cookies.
milk chocolate,
That's
the
there.
cookies.
Yeah, that's there every week though. Hmm. Lemon cupcake. It's an interesting choice. See, double fudge brownie, it's a lot of chocolate for me. I mean, my taste might change soon, but for right now, I'm not a huge chocolatey fan.
Okay.
Chocolate toffee cake. I'm actually
I
not.
like toffee. Just go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this week so far.
Me neither. So far, lemon might be my favorite one of the three. Um, One thing I don't love about toffee or peanut brittle is it gets stuck at the roof of your teeth.
Oh my god, I had a Butterfinger last night, and yes, I feel that same way about that too.
Yes, there are two candies I just can no longer have. Number one is Butterfinger. You nailed that one on the head. And number two is Now and Later. 'Cause that will get stuck in the
Oh,
top of my teeth. I can no longer have these candy bars, these candies ever in my entire life for that that's the only reason. Unless I like suck it like a lollipop, but I don't. I just want to bite down and chew.
I'm down for this frosted strawberry Pop Tart cookie though.
Strawberry, I agree so far, and peanut butter mystery cookie. Mm.
So it's gonna be whatever one your local store is gonna do. If they give me the Reese one again, that one was a really good one. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really only
Sorry,
interested
go
in
on.
the strawberry and the peanut butter, depending on what one they're selling over at my store.
I agree. I would say strawberry, then peanut butter, then lemon, then the double fudge brownie, then the toffee. Toffee just because of the taking the roof of my teeth. No, thank you.
This I was looking up Macaulay Culkin wrestling, and he did a show with Edge, who's from WWE. But yeah, this is yeah. He usually dresses up like a bunny when he goes out there.
Oh goodness.
But anyhow,
Are you gonna play it on stream or what?
what?
Isn't it a video
No, they were
of
just
Macaulay
images.
Culkin? Oh, okay.
Speaking of the Culkins, you know a movie I want to watch again because it's such an amazing movie?
Don't tell me. Girlfriend one. The ex boyfriend's girlfriend one.
That is the one I'm thinking of, yes.
Yes. Hold on. What's the freaking name? God, what's his name? I'm totally blanking on the name.
Oh, no, please take your time. I'm here all night.
No, you can tell me the name. I really am blanking on the name.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, the second ex-boyfriend, Chris Evans, aka Steve Rogers, aka Captain America.
Exactly. And again with names, I'm just trying to find the actresses. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes.
She looks in that movie compared to how she looks in the Harley Quinn movie. I don't recognize her. I don't recognize her at all. I'm like, wait, that's the same actress? Really? Not gonna lie, I like how she looked more in Scott Pilgrim, but yeah, I was just surprised with how she looked in the Harley Quinn movie, and I can't pinpoint what she did to differentiate herself. But that's one thing I like about actors, that they can really change themselves.
Yeah, she's a chameleon for sure. I think so. Also, Mae Whitman is in Scott Pilgrim.
She's the redhead, right?
She's the only ex-girlfriend. She's got, I forget what color hair she has in that movie.
May Min. What does she play as in other movies, I mean?
She is Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
She's Katara!
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did I learn something?
Yep. And then Anna Kendrick, before she got Pitch Perfect.
Oh my god. She's adorable. I just love her. They're like two of my favorite scenes in Scott Pilgrim is is like Anna Kendrick. She's at the door and she's like, "How could you be having a relationship with a 17-year-old girl or something like that?" And he's like, "How did you know?" He looks back at his roommate, and the roommate has his phone on. It has his phone in his hand, sleeping.
Roommate, you mean the Culkin that I was talking about when we brought this movie up?
Yes, yeah, the Culkin. That's number one. And number two is when the 17-year-old girlfriend, she's knocking on the door. He's like, "Oh, is Scott Pilgrim in?" And he's like,
and then he flies through the window?
Whooshes through the window. He's like, he just left. Those are the two jokes that I always laugh whenever I see the movie.
The one I've been quoting a lot lately is the one that's bread makes you fat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have so many good actors in that movie, especially hold on, what's her name? April Ludgate.
Aubrey Plaza's in that movie too.
Yes, that's exactly who I was talking about. I sometimes call her April Ludgate because that's her character's name in Parks and Recreation.
Also a show I need to watch. I have a lot of shows on my list that I need to watch. I started watching 30 Rock, just never really finished it though.
It's okay. The good thing about 30 Rock, I will give it credit, is they have many jokes per minute. They're not all, bust out your gut laughing, but there are some good jokes in there. I'm like, wow, really? That's actually pretty good timing. But as for as for Parks and Recreation, a lot of people compare it's like, oh, it's like The Office, but working for the government instead of being in a cubicle office setting. Kinda, sorta, yeah, but Chris Pratt. No, wait, Chris Pratt? Yeah. Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like him and Aubrey Plaza sort of take the show after a while. like the first season, obviously the first season we can, excuse everybody because it's the very first time. Then there is actually I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I think that Chris Pratt and Aubrey Plaza did such a good job in the show that they kind of overshadowed what's her name, the blonde.
Is that's Amy Poehler?
Amy Poehler, exactly. Yes, yes.
I mean, that happens.
Family. It does happen. It happens quite a few times in sitcoms, like, excuse me.
The Office.
I was going to say like a '90s sitcom, like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters.
I was just gonna say Urkel. I mean,
Urkel. Exactly.
You gotta. What the fuck is that?
Stops being about the family and more about the slapstick comedy that's happening. And something that actually both, actually I don't want to misquote anybody. Yeah, that's something that happened. I do know that in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Aunt Viv, she wanted a little bit more screen time. And, the studio execs did not give it to her. They wanted more Will Smith. And I definitely understand that. I watched the show for Will Smith primarily. So, it is what it is. I'm sorry if... I know this is your big acting break too, but the fans want what they want.
I know, Will Smith was like getting really big back then.
Yes, he was. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. We were talking about something earlier. Oh, I'm scatterbrained.
Scott Pilgrim. Snoopy.
Is that a Scott Pilgrim? Is that a Scott Pilgrim quote that I just said that I didn't realize?
No, I'm just saying we were talking about Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I saw it in theaters, absolutely loved it, and I've seen it maybe 2 times since then. Oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim. That's there was a YouTube video about Scott Pilgrim that someone animated a scene from the movie. They did a really good job at it. That's it. Try to find it.
I tend to watch that movie like at least once a year.
Oh, cool.
Since I've
It's a good one. Since you've what?
Since I first saw it. Because it's such a good movie. Fuck. Snoopy, can you stop being a turd for like 5 seconds? Or is that too much to ask? God, I hate these levels. Because there's a game we're playing currently, but you know.
Red makes you fat quote coming in right now.
Fuck. Bread makes you fat?
They could make, let's say, this is going. I'll just say it. I know that they have cauliflower pizza crust. It tastes really good. I've had it. I really like it. I thoroughly enjoy it. If they can do the same thing they do with pizza crust, with cauliflower, with everything else that is, bread, I think I would have a better diet that I could eat. I just hate that eating healthy means spending more money.
Yeah.
That, and also I absolutely hate how fast things just expire. I buy like a little carton or like a box of vegetables, and just go out so fast. I'm like, I get it. I'm gonna have salad today, and maybe 2 days from now. But then after those 2 days, it just feels so weak. Just it's not as fresh. And yeah, that's just me being nitpicky. I'm really I think this is like the hardest I've tried to eat healthy in a long time, but I still have these nitpicky feelings towards vegetables. I will eat them. I wish they could last as long as a loaf of bread or even an apple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on.
So yeah.
I I was gonna do intermittent fasting, which I think I still am gonna do, but I'm like making plans for like breakfast, which is gonna be the one meal I'm gonna skip. So like, but I was gonna buy like peppers and onions, like frozen peppers and onions, so they last longer.
Hmm.
But yeah, I hear you. Like,
No, I know we've discussed food ad nauseum on this channel in the past, but do you like broccoli and do you like carrots?
those are the two vegetables I was gonna buy. How'd you know?
Okay, okay. The only reason why I asked this is super random. There's this new age. I say new age, but I think yeah, it's definitely new age. A new age uh, burrito restaurant called Boloco. Um, one of their things on the menu is this stir fry burrito. Tastes so good. I'm gonna try to recreate it this weekend. It has shredded broccoli, shredded carrots, chicken, teriyaki, and onions, and brown rice. And I'm like, I don't. I know that there's a Bloco in Boston, but I don't want to trek so far. There used to be one in my town, but then they closed down
Of course.
because of lack of. I know, of course, and this is before the pandemic that they closed down. But all the same, I love that place for that one and only menu item. That's the only thing I ever ordered from them. So the very few times I have gone to other Boloco locations, I'm like, dang it, I don't want to go all the way over there. I'd rather just make it myself. That's one thing I do enjoy about the cooking process is like, okay, I can go to a restaurant. It's not obviously it's not going to taste exactly like it does behind like what the chefs can do, but at least something that's 70% as good can be it can hit those cravings, those nerves, those yeah. Whenever you really
Serotonin.
want that serotonin, exactly when you really want that burrito. Ah, yes.
You actually reminded me of something that I haven't had in a while that I probably should. That is semi-healthy, and that is I buy this. I forget what the brand is, but it's a chicken apple. It's a sweet apple chicken sausage, and I'll stir fry it with peppers and onions,
Ooh,
and just eat it like that.
nice. Nice, yeah.
And
I just hate that, all the good tasting shit is carbs.
yep,
It's like, I mean, like, yeah, bread, sugar, rice. I'm Latino. Most of, not even half, more than half, like 75% of the things I eat is rice. And I don't care if it's racist, but it's true.
no,
We eat a lot of rice.
yeah, no, I know, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just like, yeah,
you and Japanese people. I mean, those are the two cultures that are like rice based.
yes. In Chinese, right?
Chinese, Japanese, one of the two.
Oh, okay. No, both of them. I'm saying I'm saying Japanese, Chinese, and Latinos. Speaking on behalf of the Dominican Republic, we receive a lot of the rice from China. Yes, we can grow our own, and we do grow our own, but it's not enough. It's not enough to feed everybody. So, yeah. It is what it is.
I mean, I like rice, but I'm not like.
Okay, so to quote Mitch Hedberg, rice is the perfect thing if you want 5,000 of something.
Yep.
Man.
He was gone. He was good. He was gone too soon, though.
He's like the one comedian. Well, actually, I'm sorry. No, there's been more than one, but he's like the one comedian has passed away way too soon, and I feel like I'll be 100% honest. I don't even know how he died. I've not Googled it. I just have not Googled it. I remember that he did pass away, but I just did not hear it in the news, or my brain has blocked it off out of, comedic trauma. I don't know.
I feel like it was.
I
feel like it was an overdose, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
I don't know why that's coming to mind, but I don't remember either.
Speaking of dead comedians, hold on. Trevor, have you heard of a big actor named Trevor Moore?
No.
Okay, Trevor Moore, I believe I want to say Canadian, but I could be wrong. Anyways, he was part of this sketch comedy group called The Whitest Kids You Know.
I do know that group, though.
Okay, so he was sort of, I would consider him like the ringleader of The Whitest Kids You Know. And his name is Trevor Moore, and he passed away in, I want to say it was either 2020 or 2021. And it's so random. He just died falling off the side of his balcony.
I feel like I heard that.
No drugs, nothing like that was used. No alcohol, I don't think. Just he fell off the side of his balcony, and I'm like, wow, life is very fragile.
Just a little bit.
Oh man, 44 out of 46? Damn it.
What? Oh, yeah.
Wait, I'm curious, does she have her own dance if you remain idle for too long?
She has her own, idle animations.
Oh, I was hoping for a dance. Okay.
Oh, she does have her own crash dance. You do the dance when you collect a gem.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's been 4.5 hours.
Right? Yeah, I should probably call it because I should probably go out tomorrow and make some money.
Money.
I am connected to the internet phone. Stop being drunk.
I hate when my phone and my laptop do that. I'm like, phone, laptop. Yes, this is a new Wi-Fi router, but this is our new home. You should know this is our new home. This should be automatically 24/7. I never turn you guys off.
That's your home. Don't you want to go to your home? Let's just quote all the good 90s movies and early 2000s movies.
Have you seen Grown Ups? Speaking of Adam Sandler.
I can't remember, actually.
I
know.
recently saw...
I know my kid has, but I haven't.
Okay. I'm not seeing Grown Ups 2 yet. I recently, when I say recently, I mean like the past 2 months or so. I recently saw Grown Ups 1. It's not that bad. It's just, yeah, it's about a Hollywood big shot. This is no spoilers. It's
Meows! we got raided.
Oh, you got raided by who?
Meows. Hi, Meows.
From Meows. Oh.
Good thing.
Oh,
Good.
hi. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Chad. Oh, ow.
Looks like you gotta raid someone else.
Ah. Yeah, we were just sitting here shooting the shit, and I was thinking about going to raid someone else.
Raiding with the party of three.
But I much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. What we guys actually hold on. Wait.
Stay put, and you get a free 250 vendor bucks.
Basically, yeah. What were we talking about before we got interrupted?
We were talking about Adam Sandler, the movie.
The video game?
I doubt there is a video game, but just the movie.
No, I know. I was making,
the video. Oh, sorry.
I was making a joke. It's fine.
Sorry. I can be. I can just be like that. I can be a dum dum that way.
Oh
no. Yeah, it's actually a kind of a good movie. No spoilers. It's just about Adam Sandler. He grew up in New Hampshire. No surprise, his character. They never say New Hampshire by name. They just say New England, like somewhere in New England. I'm like, it's New Hampshire. Of course it is. He's from New Hampshire. It has to be there. And in adulthood, he becomes a big shot producer. But then someone from his childhood passed away, so he flies back to New Hampshire with his family to sort of relive his past and to try to teach his kids how to stop being on the phone or on their computer 24/7, 365. There's some wholesomeness in there.
So,
like just, stop being a Hollywood big shot.
So I want to point out the fun irony of you talking about teaching his kids not to be on the phone all the time. One of the idle animations that Coco just did was taking selfies with her phone, and then it blew up. While you were telling that story, the synopsis of Grown Ups.
Yeah.
Oh man. Bye. Probably gonna have to go fill their dishes before I go to bed.
All right.
What are we doing? What are we doing tomorrow? We're playing more of Life is Strange, correct?
How many more episodes are left?
I imagine it's got 5. So we just finished 3.
That's Monday, Tuesday, hopefully. And if we're like, I'll just say it out loud. I'm very apprehensive. Are you gonna play the Mega Man 11 on Wednesday, or are you just gonna go straight to the RPG game?
All right, so I already fucked up my schedule, but whatever. So we'll do. I was gonna do Persona 5 tonight, and I totally didn't. So, I think we'll do Life is Strange tomorrow and Tuesday. Actually, we'll just do those 2 days in a row then. Hold on a second. So we'll do Life is Strange tomorrow and Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll do a Mega Man 11.
Yay.
And then Thursday and Friday, I'll do Persona 5. because I'll be 2 weeks behind again. So we'll play catch up, and then Saturday play Omari.
Omari, okay.
Omari.
Sounds like a plan. If Box wants you to play Omari, he should be here.
He said to let him know because he will pop in.
Oh, okay.
Which and he's also one of the reasons why I'm considering going to middays, but other reasons.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's possible that you could find more streamers in the midday. It's all about competition, and also, like, late at night, 10 o'clock, starting at 10 o'clock. Say if you had a perfect world schedule, it could be starting around, I don't know, 6 o'clock. You might have a better chance. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I just hope for the best.
All right, I'm gonna go raid my counterpart, Fire Lord Brooke. The Airbender is gonna raid the Fire Nation, everyone. I've gone to her streams a bunch of times. She's cool. She's Josh Jepson's wife, if you didn't know that. And if you don't know who Josh Jepson is, he's also an amazing streamer and content creator. But we'll go say hi to her. And I will be back tomorrow night for more Life is Strange. Have a good night, everybody.